I'm CT. When I'm not busy being Arroe, the podcaster, I live in the real world. I mean, everybody has to have a job, right? Mine just happens to be CS. Yeah, customer service, solutions, relationships, while keeping my team motivated and pumped up to keep a constant connection with every single person who has chosen to stop into our location. Episode number 110, Christmas music is back. Then it's gone. Plus, strange drama over water. This is C.T.C.S.
Transition walk, day number 1 out of 3. Should have been 4, but I had 2 medical procedures this week that left me in a pretty sad shape. Couldn't go in yesterday. I couldn't even go into the studio to record my podcast. And if you're listening very closely to my voice, I'm pretty shot is what I am. But I'm going to go in because that's what leaders do. It's about seeking solutions for those that you're serving, and you got to go in there. Now, transition walk gives us the opportunity to take a walk. I'm here in a forest in South Charlotte, North Carolina, and I invite you to take walks, even if it's in your building. Just go into a place of transition. Accept the moods and learn from the moods that you go into, because the world is kind of screwed up right now. And if the world is screwed up, so is your business. Take a transition walk. Now, this is how you start off a brand new day at a grocery store. 2 detectives from the sheriff's department as well as the police department are in here because they need to look at our cameras, the outdoor cameras, because there's been a lot of break-ins in the back part of the store. So they need to find out if we can zoom in and see who's been doing the breaking in. But man, those detectives, they're sharp-dressed people. It's not like, in some of the TV shows where they just got rugged old shirts on and holy jeans. Oh, they're sharp-dressed people here, these detectives. What is today? November 3rd? We're already playing Christmas music in the store. Oh my God. Coming from the world of terrestrial radio, we were, oh my God, when we were doing it a couple of days before Thanksgiving. But November 3rd? I guess. I mean, one of the things that radio did point out toward the end of my tenure there, and that was that if it's cold outside, play the Christmas music. Put people in the spirit. Make them feel good. Okay, I'll give them that. It's cold outside. 27 last night, but oh my God. This question came up, and it would serve as a good, what would you do? As a consumer, as one who shops at a grocery store, as a guest of this store, what would upset you more? Somebody who has nothing in their arms that's saving a place at a register for someone who is shopping in the store, and you have to wait until they get to the register? Or would it upset you more with somebody who's got only half of what they have in the basket, and they're waiting for the other half to come up in the next few minutes? Which one would upset you the most? I'll stick to my truth when I say that anybody who wants to get into broadcasting needs to go get a job in retail, at a grocery store, maybe, just even at a fashion store. And the reason why is because you get to see your customer or your guest several times a week, and you develop that relationship. Whereas in radio, the only thing that I had with a relationship was whoever was calling into the studio at that time. Sure, we went out and we did live remotes and we did live appearances, but it still wasn't that connection that we have here at the grocery store. And it's like, wait, I waited this long to see who my community really is. So I always suggest that if you're going to get into broadcasting, you go get a job in retail. Go spend some time in the community, get to know who your city is, and then grow with it. And if you are in broadcasting right now, go get a part-time job in retail and see who you're communicating with. There's reports of 2 teenagers going into the men's room, even though it's a single men's room. 2 teenage boys that are in there with about 14 cans of, it looks like, Monster drink. And so they've got book bags, and now we're standing outside the bathroom to see if we can catch these guys. But if we don't see them put it in that book bag, in all honesty, there's absolutely nothing we can do. I don't know if I should take this as a personal threat, and maybe I should report it. But a guest comes up to me, a woman, and says, you know what you need? You need your ass kicked. And I went, really? I said, what would be the reason behind that? Well, you just need your ass kicked. And so I started really listening to what she was saying in the way that, okay, I guess if I need my ass kicked, I'd like to know why I'm going to get my ass kicked. And she goes, look, somebody put the truffles over there by the bacon. The second I turned around from the bacon and those truffles were there, I was poisoned. I had to have those truffles, and I think you put them there, and I'm going to kick your ass for it. Transition walk, day number 2 out of 3. Walking through this beautiful forest in South Charlotte, North Carolina. 43 degrees, sky a beautiful blue. Look at that. The moon is still up there, and it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. and the crackling of the leaves beneath your feet. There's a reason why I go on a transition walk, and I invite you to do the same thing. You know, the senses that you have, sight, smelling, listening, every one of them serve you. And in order to serve others around you, you got to tap into the energy that's around you. So taking a transition walk is a great thing. Especially I'm dealing with something that I didn't expect. We lost M.O.D. Gray last night. He's being transferred to a different store. Shock. It really is. I've never been able to get used to people that move on. Radio was horrible when it came to people coming in for about 5 minutes and then taking off. And being at a grocery store, I'm seeing that it's no different. The reality of being in business. The drama of the everyday world. The slightest things can become, oh my God, the world is coming to an end moments. So I get in the car, and for some reason my seatbelt won't click. Man, I went 5 minutes. Keep your cool, find your calm. 6 minutes, 7 minutes, still wouldn't click. Here I was, click, wouldn't click in. And I'm thinking, can I drive this vehicle with a seatbelt that doesn't click in? What was I going to do? Well, I finally figured it out. WD-40. That's like the miracle drug, right? Well, I used it. And my drama, after about 15 minutes of trying to get into this car and lock the seatbelt, I'm finally on my way to the store. I've just received word that Doritos has created a brand new chip. It's called Doritos Silent, and the purpose of this chip is for gamers, because when gamers are talking and they're playing their games, you know, they've got those microphones and things in front of their faces. People get really irritated about hearing that chomping on their speakers. So Doritos has created the Doritos Silent. I can't wait till it comes in, because I really want to see if it still has that Dorito flavor, and you know, that crunch to me is part of the adventure. People tend to forget their groceries all the time. We call them left behinds. And so I had one here that had probably maybe $35, $36 for the groceries in it. And I kept saying, don't put it back yet. That many groceries. Man, they're coming back. So about an hour later, still wasn't coming back. So it's like, all right, let me log this. Let's get this out of our way, and then we'll make sure that if they come back, then we'll give them permission to go get everything that they need. So what happened was, I started the journey of putting everything back. They show up. So what you do is you go back and you get it for them. Yesterday when I came in, we talked about how much of a huge shock it was that on November 3rd, Christmas decorations were up and we were blaring the Christmas music. The Christmas music isn't there today. And I think it's because many of the employees go, okay, I get it. For some reason, it's gone today. It's not back to the regular music we play either. It's just as silent as all can be. But seriously, what would you do in a situation like this? If you were, in a place of business that's already doing Christmas music for 2 months ahead of the schedule, what would you do? How do you handle it? Is it something you can talk about? Or do they try to silence you saying, it's not your business? Is your name on the building? What are you going to do? What would you do? Man, I thought we had it bad when it comes to theft. The owner of a pizza joint comes in tonight, just as frumpy as all can be. I said, wow, dude, this is not you. Something's on your mind tonight. And he says, you're not going to believe what just happened to me. He says, we all have the to-go pizzas in a special area. This guy walks in and he steals one of the pizzas. And right away you're going, well, damn, now I got to make another dang pizza. And then the strangest thing about it was the guy returns to the pizza place. And he goes, what do you want? You took one of my pizzas. Well, what are you accusing me of? You took one of my pizzas. No, well, you stole my phone. What do you mean I stole your phone? Hey, I took a pizza because you stole my phone. I didn't steal your phone. So now there's this big fight right there at the pizzeria because the guy is accusing the owner that he stole his phone. And the owner of the pizzeria is telling him, no, you stole a pizza. He says, let me go get the film ready and let me show it to you. And the guy ends up leaving. Transition walk, day number 3 out of 3. This is what they call an Indian summer. It has to have a freezing night below 32 degrees, and then one day that follows can be 74 to 80 degrees like it's going to be today in this forest. That's called an Indian summer. So it is gorgeous inside these trees today. Got to take this transition walk, man. It's about clearing your head and heart before you give your head and heart away to a community that steals. They lie to you. They bring things to you and they go, I don't know why they instantly turned black when I got them home. I don't know either. I want my double the money back. Okay, let's work on a solution.
What are you doing?
Running the shit show. What are you doing?
Starring in the shit show.
Yeah. Welcome. Our star actor's here. Actually, it's not been that bad. I mean, it's been busy.
There's a big fire outside.
No, there's not.
You see it?
Shut up.
Yeah.
Where?
It's outside. Yeah, it looks like it's in front.
We just had a fire from over there.
That looks like it's over in the South Park area again.
Wow.
Why didn't you tell me about that?
I found out like 5 minutes.
Well, it looks like with the color of the smoke, it looks like it's out.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't look like it's nowhere near. What was the last one? A 4 alarm? 5 alarm?
Yeah.
Oh, the drama in a grocery store. Our person on register number 1 comes up to me and says, CT, you're not going to believe this. I don't like the way that people are treating me today. All I needed was a bottle of water, and they told me we've got too many people for me to be chasing water. Right away, I'm going, whoa, whoa, whoa. They told you that there were too many people and they couldn't get you the water? That's exactly what they said to me. And I said, you know what? You need to start making signals or something to the people up at customer service and being honest with them, saying, look, when I need water, I need water. Now, this is from somebody who believes in drinking a ton of water. So you make it known that you need water. And if they give you an answer like that, there's other answers too. It's called HR, baby. And the water drama has taken a strange, twisty curve. So the person on register number 1 has confronted the person up in customer service again, saying, you've been rude to me. You treated me like you didn't care about me. What are you doing to me? I come here by choice. I'm a retired person. If I need water, I need water. Okay, right then and there, I knew that I could totally relate it. So I had to figure out a way. Okay, we need to find a solution here, okay? And so my goal was to get her away from the person that basically she felt was being rude. And so we went for a little walk through the store. I said, talk to me about what's going on here. How did this situation even come up? And she says, all I wanted was water. I said, so here's what we're going to do in the future, okay? Take some water with you when you first arrive. Take a couple of bottles, because if you're like me, you're going to drink about 2 or 3 bottles. But let's start the journey there instead of relying on somebody up in CS, because we really are busy up there. Let's start with you taking some water to your register, and then this way, if you run out, I'll be there. Trust me. By the time you get through 2 bottles of water, I'm going to be in the store. We have a man in HPC who's filling up a plastic bag with many, many things, and with aspirin, with shampoo, underarm deodorant, and then he went over into the fast food area, and he's put a bunch of food inside another bag. So now we're trying to figure out if he's going to actually pay for any of it. So they're on him right now. Security is. They're asking questions about what do you have, what do you need to do, but now they've got him kind of not cornered into self-checkout, but they've got him in an area where they can at least have a conversation with him to see if we can get him to pay for it. We currently have a person of interest inside the store, a woman with a full basket of empty sacks. Over the sacks is a blanket. Okay, she's going to try to hide something. She keeps walking in the front part of the store as if she wants to leave. Has she already filled the bags with things? What's the situation here? We got her to go into register number 3. She was there for about 3 seconds and said, hold on, I've got to go find something else. And we haven't seen her since. So we have to make sure that we have security on the doors right now. But what is the reason why the bags are covered? That's the interesting part about this whole thing, and that's why it has our attention. The situation has heightened. She's on aisle number 4 right now, and she's now yelling at other guests. We don't know what she's yelling at, or if somebody tried to or said something to her because of the blanket over the basket. She's not in a happy condition at all, and she's asking people to stay the hell away from her. Do not talk to her. Get away from me right now. For the love of God, we've got even a bigger problem. We have a woman, an older woman, that's on the electronic cart. She's eating food while she's shopping. She's notorious for stealing things. She's come up to me and she said, can I ask you to take $2 or $3 off from this Kool-Aid? I can't afford it at the price that you've got it. Can I get $3 off? And I said, well, no. I said, I don't have the power to do that. Well, is there a manager here that would do that? And I think it's the first time I looked kind of real with her. And I said, you do realize this is a business. If if I take $3 off, the situation is we're now losing money. And because, I mean, she does this all the time, but now she's disappeared in the store with her basket, and we're wondering if she has taken it and she's walked out the door.
Hey, thanks for listening to C.T.C.S. At your place of business, start a podcast. Let the world know what really goes on behind the curtain.